Just wait. Eat some lunch and wait.
Yeah.
It is roughly
Yeah.
lunchtime.
There's not much else we
Can
can do.
I send my my bird out to see, like, in the direction that the dryad was moving, or is it like gone?
You could not see the direction it moved. It moved into a tree and somewhere to another tree.
Okay. Well, 100-foot radius then.
100-foot radius. Make a perception check.
That is a 18.
You're fairly confident the dryad is not here.
Okay.
Also, before anyone in the comments says it would be 100-foot diameter. Otherwise, he would go too far.
Yeah, 200. You're right.
I sit down next to the drow and do a little bit of maintenance.
Self-maintenance? Or like...
In front of me?
Not in front of Ilikhal.
Well, I'm there, so...
Ilikhal is there.
Could I...
It's a good time to have this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I climb up into a tree.
Family therapy.
Ronald climbs into a tree.
Is the tree blocking part of me, at least?
Maybe.
I angle myself in a really weird way to make it look really funny and try to do self-maintenance.
Okay. Ilikhal, make a active perception check.
Yeah. 15.
Yeah, that'll do it. You see Ronald like contort and like kind of hide, and it appears to be like taking the beeswax and like putting it in like joints and things.
Can I like notice? Can I roll to see if I notice Ilikhal trying to notice this? Thank you.
Yes.
16.
Guys, you remember how like I write plot?
What? We're supposed to be in a dungeon.
What is plot?
I mean, you showed us a drow. We attacked the drow. Now we're waiting to talk to the drow. I don't know what else you want us to do now.
I assume this is how we get into the dungeon. I'm trying to follow your storyline.
Exactly. I was like, how does Noah want us to find this dungeon?
So I want to pull Ilikhal and just be like, Ilikhal, I noticed something.
Wait, what'd you roll?
I rolled 16. What did you roll?
That's enough. You can see.
This brooch that I received from the Fae, the drow has one remarkably similar.
That is very interesting, but what the fuck is Ronald doing?
It appears he likes heights and is just taking watch.
No, it does not appear that way.
Ronald. What are you doing, bud?
I don't think any of you took damage, so I don't think anybody wants to roll hit die, right?
No.
Like that. No, let's do the thing, like the short rest thing. Just in if is there anything that anybody wants to do over the short rest?
Like
let's do the like.
Let me check real quick.
What does resting do for my spell slots? Short rest,
Nothing.
get one back? No, nothing.
Arcane recovery.
Yes.
Short rest? Can you do that on the short
yes, I do have that. Short rest equals spell slot, so I'm assuming I'm going to take 2 rests and get both of my slots back.
Nope.
We got time. Why not?
Can't.
Why?
You only have
We're waiting for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, they have the
recovery per
arcane.
day, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We could take a bunch of rests, but you might not have enough.
I only need 1, guess. I've spent 2 spell slots, but
There's nothing I want to do.
well, I'll get at least 1 spell slot back. Thank you, DM.
Once per day when you finish a short rest.
Okay.
You can do it one.
Okay.
You can recover 1 spell slot.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we take 5 short rests. Yeah, over the course of so you make lunch, a little bit of maintenance. 3 hours go by.
Does Ronald come down from the tree at any point?
Ronald, come on. What are you doing?
I am on the tree above the drow.
Okay.
With my dagger out, ready to attack him if he
waiting.
attacks anyone.
Okay.
Stand up. I think we're good.
Ronald is just kind of there, ready. So Ronald is low branches of the tree. Can be spoken to. If we wanna push it.
You having this conversation? Probably have this conversation.
If you want this
I
conversation,
kind of want to push
this is
it.
the time. This is a time to have this conversation.
He is gonna pull a knife though.
This knife out, like just waiting.
I don't
Is there kind of
remember
pacing around?
asking you a goddamn thing.
Goddamn thing.
Up to you, Theo. I know.
I know.
I'm surprised we made it this long.
Sort of.
Ilikhal is a himbo.
I think I know,
You think
considering that we've got Warforged in my homeworld.
Yeah,
Got
he
a
said
pretty good idea.
Warforged the pilot, and they didn't contradict him.
Mhm.
So
it's true.
Ronald,
Ilikhal.
Now, let's all just calm down.
we have had this conversation. I do not like the level of dishonesty between us.
What have I been dishonest about?
Yourself.
I've been true to my intentions.
Ronald,
That
I
does
believe he has the
not-
right to know. If you can't trust him at this point.
I lower my hood.
You see Ronald completely face-wise.
Would you take the mask off?
No.
Okay.
But
You
I
see
do take
Ronald's
my hood.
Okay.
Scalp.
head completely, including, but the mask.
With the
is still
mask. Yeah. Okay.
there. It's not like a mask. It's like a bandana.
I look at Alfonz. So you knew this the entire time?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
What does this? I've never seen a Warforged. Like this is
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Ronald is Ronald. I found Ronald in Melt, and it appeared we had aligned interests, and we decided to travel together. If you have any questions, whatever Ronald is comfortable with is up to Ronald.
I'm gonna walk like 30 feet away, like behind some trees, kick one, and then walk back. And
You guys
Take
hear
a
like
tree.
boom. Comes back.
I just nod.
Okay.
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 Vibing.
Good conversation.
Yeah.
Character growth, right?
Hmm.
Through tree kicking. Is the guy awake yet?
Yeah, please.
This
So
happens
awkward.
within the first like hour and a half, and then you guys just kind of stand there for 90 minutes of just intense quiet. Yeah, after 3 hours, 3 p.m. It's a little mid-afternoon, later afternoon.
I guess as we're still waiting to try to diffuse the tension, be like, Ilikhal, you're from these parts. Are you familiar with such action from the drow? This does seem rather unusual.
I don't think I've seen much drow or any drow before,
You've
right,
not.
Noah? Yeah.
You are aware of what drow are. You have
Yeah.
heard stories of drow. Drow have never bothered your people.
Yeah.
You've heard like stories of drow being kidnappers and stuff. You know drow don't come out in the daytime. That's weird. It's weird that he's out here.
How does Ilikhal feel about drow, knowing that
But
they're kidnappers?
I'm going to. He's going to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're aware of drow as like children's stories.
Yeah.
That is your familiarity. Like the
Mhm.
between the children's stories and like the kind of like the play of the two queens, like
Mm.
you've got like that, like it's not a history. It's a play.
Yeah.
Don't look straight in your camera at me, Kay. I see you.
Come on to you, Noah.
But yeah, that's the amount you feel. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, and that you've not really been bothered by them. They're I mean,
Yeah.
they're Underdark dwellers. Like,
Yeah.
Drow are, they're like they're kind of like stories to scare like human children sometimes. Like,
Mhm.
oh, beware the Drow, they're gonna come and take you in your sleep.
Mhm.
Like parents like check their children's wardrobes for Drow hiding in there, kind of thing. Like,
It's like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
a little bit sometimes, and it depends on the area. Like, there like it just like in wildish enough areas with access to the Underdark, and you know, I mean, there are places that connect to the Underdark, and it's down there always. It's what the Underdark is.
It's under and it's dark.
Yeah, you've been attacked by your tribe has been attacked by Underdark creatures occasionally. As you pass through the mountains, there are these deep, dark caves. Your child stories are more of like hook horrors and bullets, and it's why we Goliaths don't travel deep into the caves. Like, the Duragar, and the only like sentient creatures down there are the Drow and the Duragar, and they avoid the evil large creatures, these monsters of the Underdark. That's why as you pass through, the Goliaths don't make camp in deep caves. They make camp under the stars. It's because of the horrors of the Underdark. Umber hulks, hook horrors, ropers, those kinds of things.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna tell Alfonz, as far as I'm aware, they've never been a real threat. Certainly not to a whole town on this scale or during the daytime.
I can't help but notice if this is unusual, and the Fae in Melt, and the frost spiders, the harpies, something's
Yes.
changing.
The brooch as well. It is the same as yours that you got from the Fae.
Continue.
It is.
That's all I got.
Hopefully we find some answers when this fellow decides to wake.
Oh, I want to grab the brooch from him. God damn it!
You pull the brooch off. It's cold to the touch.
Fine trinket. I did study this, and I think it'll come in handy. However, now he's gonna think that we're just he's gonna think I stole mine off of another Drow's corpse.
Do you want to detect magic on the brooch?
Actually, yeah, I'll do magic awareness on it.
It is not. It's not magical like the one Alfonz wears. It's just cold to the touch. It's not the same.
It's just cold. It's just cold.
It is
It's
magical.
ice.
It's not the
As
same.
Ilikhal said before.
Is it magic? Is it magical at all? Because I would know.
Well, it does have to maintain.
What kind
coalescence,
of
but
magic?
enchantment, I guess, would keep
Okay.
it existing.
Okay, that's.
It's more symbolic.
Well,
Noah wants us to
All right.
move on.
No, that is
He's red.
that is-
Did you see that? He raged. Full on rage. He went completely red.
No, you guys are getting at it. You're getting at the plot. You're doing it. You're asking
I'm
questions.
gonna put the brooch on because it's kind of pretty. And can this drow please wake up?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
ice, Ilikhal.
As you finish this discussion, you're talking
It's pretty.
about
It wasn't pretty
No.
when I found it.
I
the
like
harpies
ice.
and that's true. The
It's
harpies and the
established.
frost spiders and the unusual things you have encountered along the way. You hear just like a deep inhale into a cough, and
Morning.
the drow opens his eyes and just looks like he can't hardly see, and he's like, "What's going on?" You feel him struggle.
What is he speaking?
With his things. That is common. It
Okay.
is common.
Who wants to take point?
Ilikhal never does.
All
What's
right.
going? What's going on? There was
The dryads are gone.
he like blurred vision. Like he starts to focus. He does look like the sun hurts a little bit.
He's mostly in the shade.
Yeah, I mean it's still daylight.
Yeah.
like a vampire being in the shade is not successful. He's like he can manage to open his eyes well, and he goes, "What? Yeah, okay. Why have you got me tied up? What's going on?
Why are you here? In the
I-
daytime, no less.
Were you part of the crew that burnt down West Fork?
The crew? What crew? I'm on a mission. I'm a messenger
From where?
from my queen.
From the Underdark?
No, from my queen in the other realm.
What other realm?
Pardon me?
The realm the other
There's
realm
another
of our
realm.
queens.
What is the realm called?
I believe you call it the Feywild. I'm a messenger.
What message do you bring and to whom?
That is none of your business. No,
I think it is all of our business right now, considering the position you are in.
you see him like start, and he's like, I can't, and like he like, it looks like he tries to talk, and it looks like it like he can't.
Mm-mm.
He just shakes his head. He said, just
You can't say the message unless it's to the right person.
Yeah, probably.
like
Can
he
you-
kind of like
Can you tell us who it is for?
he like, you see him like he keeps like trying to start, like he's trying to think of like the way around it. It is for the others.
The other queens? Queen?
Why were you fighting them?
I came through, and they attacked me. I don't know why. It is our nature, but never without provocation.
Let us go to something easier. What is your name?
My name is Othlo.
Now, Othlo, you are not the first from the Fey realm that we encountered. And I removed the brooch from my cloak. I only noticed a passing resemblance between mine and yours. And then I put it towards him and just... But it seems like this one's a little bit different.
You bear a token. That means you are friendly to us.
We are friendly to those who are friendly to us. And I put it back on my cloak.
And he looks at you and he says, displaying that says otherwise.
Friendly?
To him, in his opinion. You kind of saved him. He's not dead.
So
he's confused.
So is there like a queen, like an important queen in this world that we know of?
Oh, what a question.
Thanks.
Roll history.
Not great at that. Yep. It's not great. It's
I
an
can
8.
try. I might have heard something. I've got a +5.
I highly doubt it though.
Yeah, it's 11.
Like plot wise.
How are you even going to try?
I got a 14.
Okay. You all know different things. Ilikhal. Eliza is the name of the last Storm Queen. You know she passed 19 years ago.
Okay.
She was the wife of King Alric. and that is all you're aware of. Alfonz, you've heard in talk about the Storm Queen and how wonderful she was. She, in like passing through places that you had passed through before getting to Melt, and even just in like keeping an ear out in crowds and stuff, you've heard about how the like how many things are the way they are because of the Queen. She was really like a person of the people. She was like the reason why the roads are safe, the reason why there are so many Kingsguard outposts along the road was because the Queen pushed for the safety of the people. Where the king is worried about state and like war and like worried about invasion and stuff, the Queen was like, but we need to take care of the people. So a lot of the things you've encountered along the way, even like some places where the roads are paved, you've heard like people say like you've heard along the way like this attributed to the former queen, the queen who was passed. And there is still this air among the people, even though it's been almost 2 decades. People are still really sad about it. Pilot, you think about queens. What'd you roll? Again, was it really high? It was like a 17?
It was a 14.
14, yeah.
Pilot, you remember the face of a queen. In thinking about queen, snow, ice, you remember a face. You remember a voice saying, well, come on, but the queen isn't going to wait forever. And along with that voice, you remember seeing for the first time this face. Incredibly youthful, yet with eyes in a sternness of immortality, of age that is incomprehensible. You recall the beauty and terror contained in what you felt when you first met this person with this face. Pure snow white hair, dark eyes, like whites, but like pupils that would go from silver, or irises that go from silver to pitch black, and it seemed as if her eyes would change. Very angular face, very pale skin, and you remember a circlet made entirely of ice. Circlet or crown, entirely of ice. That is what you, for a moment, leave your present self and remember standing in front of that person and the immense presence they had. And then in an instant, right back, you were in the present moment and stunned, and you, for a second, have to take stock of yourself and remember like how your body works and your shoulders and head, and you're back in your body. You're back here, but for a moment you were taken away into a memory.
Can I roll to see if I remember when the Fae acknowledged Pilot?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah. I did. It's in my notes. I noted it.
Ilikhal did not, but Alfonz
if you noted it, you noted it.
Okay. Can I just stand up and approach Pilot and just be like, I must urge you to remove your disguise.
I walk to the drow, sit in front of him, and remove my bandana.
He looks at you. And he's confused. He said, well, you're entirely different than anyone I've ever met before.
I know.
That is his reaction.
Yeah, because they're not the ice people. They're presumably
No.
like the drow queen in the play. Fuck off, Noah.
I'm just real curious as to how this is going. Yep.
I
You know that elves live a long time. You don't know how old this guy is. He's mature. Therefore, he's less than 100 based on being mature, age of maturity for elves. He would not be able to do so otherwise. But elves can live well over 700 years. Generally, they reach the age of maturity around 100.
I thought that was going to get a reaction. I really did.
So he's not elderly, so he's probably not 700.
I'm gonna ask him, where are you going?
I was passing through here, through this realm, looking for the next doorway.
To the Queen's realm?
Yes,
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
but never have I been attacked. Well, never have I been attacked unprovoked. He said, I wear messenger's armor. Those creatures came out of nowhere. Now I feel I must return to my queen.
I have a personal question to ask you.
Okay.
Have you heard of pilots?
No.
Okay.
It is not. It's unfamiliar to me.
I step back and I put my bandana back on.
KGlow, do you want to ask about Warforged?
If he didn't recognize Pilot, there's no point.
Okay. Yeah.
He's either too young or we're talking to the wrong side.
Yeah, I think we're talking to the wrong side.
Okay.
I don't know what to do from here.
Please, I will speak good words of you if you let me go. I must return. Either my message needs to be delivered, or I need to return and say why I cannot.
Who is your queen?
My queen. The queen.
Is she?
No, go ahead.
Does she have a circlet made of ice?
Yes. That is her.
And you say she's from a different realm? Your realm?
Well, I'm from her realm. Yes.
Yes.
I was born there. I was born into my queen's service.
If you see her, never mind.
I hope to see her. I can bear a message if you wish. But I cannot. And you see him struggle. He says, "Please. Every minute I am not fulfilling this." He says, I cannot sit here idly. And you see me struggling. He says, I must fulfill or go or return. And you see him, he's still struggling. He's like, I cannot. And as he's struggling, you see on his neck the mark of a snowflake. And it looks like it's not like a scar. It is perfectly shining in silver blue light, and it just looks like he's suffering because he's like, I can't.
In the play, the wintry people were the dark people, right?
Yes.
Okay. Last night, the nearby town was attacked by drow, and the very next day we find you. You say you do not know them, but there is no way this has been a coincidence.
Drow, like, and you see him. He's like he wants to like gesture at himself. They look like me.
Yes.
Those are not my queen's people.
Who are
Maybe
they?
servants of the spider. They're broken. You see him, he spits. Corrupted. Wrong. Like vehement, like you like the like most anger overtakes him. He says, "Not. Those are not my people."
You mentioned a doorway. Where is it?
Yes. Which the two I was looking for the doorway.
Is it close?
One where I came from, yes, there should be another. He gestures like towards like he's like trying to nudge. He said, "I came from just a ways up in the mountains, less than an hour from here."
Did you come from a cavern?
Yes. That is where our doorway leads. I was looking for another doorway here.
Well, perhaps we may help you look.
He says, "Now only one may pass through on this. It is a messenger's doorway. Where I came through, many it is open. Many can come and go. But I'm looking for a messenger's passage. It is one. One may go."
And we will get you there.
Okay.
I take out my dagger and I actually no, we just untie it. We need the rope. We obviously need the rope.
Yeah.
I love we're economizing on rope. Great.
You haven't established exactly how much rope we have, so we're going
we
to
have enough
treasure
to
it.
not cut. Yeah.
We have enough to tie one person up.
He shuffles in. He goes, "Thank you." He like pats himself down. He goes, "Is that?" He gestures at Ilikhal. He goes, "Is that my badge?"
What?
You can't get through without it.
Please.
You're the messenger now.
I can pass word, but
yeah, I hand it back to him.
He takes it. He fastens his cloak, and he goes, "And my arms, not like his arms, like my crossbow, my sword."
Yeah.
Okay, he takes them. He like very efficiently crossbow back into holster. Like it folds up. It's like its spring pops out. He takes his short sword and he fastens it onto his belt. He goes, "Thank you. It should be how far are we from where we were?"
2 feet.
Like you guys just
we dragged him to the nearest tree.
Literally, yeah.
Like
we didn't go anywhere.
Oh, he said it should.
He was knocked unconscious. I can't
yeah.
blame him.
He goes, the doorway, it should look like. He goes, do you have a piece of paper or something
Yes.
to write with? Okay. He sketches very hastily, much like myself.
I don't know if it's canon that Ilikhal can read or write. Probably can.
Ilikhal can read and write both giant and common. Ilikhal's not
and goblin.
And goblin. Yes, it is. Ilikhal is not. Ilikhal's not an idiot. Ilikhal's not like.
That doesn't mean he's an idiot. He might have not have learned.
Ilikhal is not illiterate, I should say.
Okay.
He sketches something really quick, and it looks like a few trees and vines that have grown into somewhat of like a doorway. Said it should look like this. Like in this time that you're searching for it, he's gonna take a short rest.
Okay. Now this portal, are you going to visit the other queen?
Yes.
I think we established that already.
Yes, I'm coming from my queen. I need to bear a message. She was not at the and he says she was not at the and like that's he's like and he just kind of looks at you and he goes can't say more.
Do you know any more as to the location of this portal? Just somewhere in this area?
I was supposed to travel north for about an hour, and in this forest I was supposed to find some evidence. Said I can feel its pull through my mark, but it's he walks up to you, reaches out, and he like grabs like the sling on your weapon, and he just pulls it ever so slightly. It's faint like that, like following a scent or the bare sign of smoke.
He said it into the Kingswood.
Maybe
it's kind of far.
He's like it should be like right around here, like the way he's saying.
Okay.
Can we just make like, I don't know, investigation checks or something? Like start looking into the area?
He says now it's so like it is like the pole is almost gone, so he's got to be like right on top of it. He said the closer I get, the less the pull. Yeah, make an investigation check. Again.
16.
Okay.
I have 15.
15?
We don't need to talk about mine.
Not a lot. Okay. Ilikhal, no, you're in the middle of the forest. You get distracted by like a really pretty bird. Nice bird.
I found a tree, guys.
They're all trees. Like you're like, this is a birch because of the way it is. As you all
I once cut a birch.
As you all go around, Pilot and Alfonz, you each you get kind of an idea, and then like you see him like he listens, and he like takes a big inhale. He goes, I feel it is closer. He's like, it's right here, and he kind of like takes off kind of quickly. You have to all kind of scurry behind him, and like he stops suddenly, and like you all stop behind him. You don't see anything. And then he steps straight right. Like he strafes almost. He steps one step to the right. And you are like, and if you should do so, you take a straight right step like he does. Suddenly in between two large trees, you see this vined doorway.
It was the tree.
I mean, and it's probably 8 feet tall. The distance between the trees is probably 7 to 8 feet. He goes,
it's like a normal height doorway for me.
Yeah. He's like, if you could take word to my queen, that would be good. But
what?
You could go through the other doorway, where I came from.
Perchance, is there something you might call a dungeon on the other side of that doorway? That
dungeon.
Yes,
like below a castle.
That one may describe as a sort of dungeon with multiple rooms that your game master would map out.
With a big painted miniature from somebody else.
There is a cave. You should be careful in the mountains around caves generally.
Yes, I'm well aware, buddy.
Buddy.
There is a passage.
And on the other side
you
of
are
the
very
passage,
strange, and I say that coming from a strange court. I come from a strange court, and you are very strange. You are stranger than the Grimalkin.
I take out another piece of paper, and I'm like, I need a map.
What is on the other side of this door? You did not answer my
Yep.
question.
The other side of this door, the door I came from.
The door you came from. The door we were literally just talking about.
It is you will pass into my queen's realm, and it is a short walk to her court. As long as you walk nightward, not dayward.
Did not answer my question. Is it wilderness? Is it...
It is winter. I don't understand your question, frankly.
Ilikhal wants to punch this guy so bad.
I'm not stopping you
You
from
said a map. You want a map to get there
Yes, and through there.
through.
From the best of your knowledge.
It's pretty like you go. It's
Draw us a map of your entire world, please.
yeah.
Again.
You go. He says you're gonna want to go south into the mountain, and about an hour south there is a cave. In the entrance to the cave, there is a secret door to go deeper. It appears it is just a bear's cave, but you can go a room deeper. You will be in a large room. There are 2 exits. I'm not. There's something out of the left exit, but I'm not sure exactly what that room is. It seems full of water. To the right exit, you continue, and it will continue on towards the doorway. The doorway is in that room. Well, yes, sort of. It's hard to describe. It's the way to the realm.
And you deign to call me strange?
You are.
Yes, as are you.
I am as strange as anyone I have ever known. Now I must be going before
Safe
spring is out,
travels.
or before the equinox is over.
Ooh.
And you see him. He turns around. He walks through the doorway and disappears.
Good luck.
And as you're watching, the vines of the trees start to recede, and then they flow back, and they just kind of crawl across the forest floor.
Nice.
I don't know what the hell we're doing. I don't know what's going on. I don't see why we would go into the Drow realm.
Yeah, if anything, it not recognizing Pilot was probably like,
Yeah.
okay, so this is kind of a dead
That's
end.
Yeah, for you, that would be a bad sign.
But at least I know the queen might know me.
The queen
married
he
to
was
the king of
talking
this
about
realm.
is presumably the same one that Pilot saw in their memory, because they had the same crown.
Hmm.
But this person themselves didn't know what Pilot
Yeah.
or Warforged was.
Yeah,
So it's probably the right
it's-
people, he just might be too young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could
May not be your people, but...
Well, and that's the thing is we don't know. Like we don't know how old Pilot is.
Mhm.
Like Pilot could be like younger than him. Like he's any age. Like Pilot could have been
Yeah.
created any time and
Last
just
year.
not. Yeah. And like if he's part of, like, he's a servant of the queen, doesn't mean that he was like there when Pilot
Yeah.
remembers this. Like
Hmm.
there's all kinds of
Mhm. Like
Yeah,
maybe he just
that
wasn't
that
privy to
guy
this part.
has never met Pilot or
Yeah.
a Pilot.
Mm.
Assuming Pilot knows there are other pilots. That is something Pilot remembers, is there being other pilots.
I also know there are other pilots.
You are aware that there are a multitude of Warforged. That is your world. There are a lot of them.
I don't know, because Pilot just knew they need to go south. Just like talking to you, Saph. I don't know what your motivation is, but this seems like a good lead for
Yeah,
you.
that's like your
Yeah.
motivation.
It's definitely a motivation for Pilot.
Mhm.
So Pilot wants to go check out the realm.
I just go wherever you guys go.
Pilot
You-
turns to Alfonz.
You don't have to. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Free will,
Pilot
whatnot.
You do have free
turns
will.
to Alfonz and says, "I would like to meet the queen."
Why not?
Ilikhal likes winter. It's fine. You travel. Okay, so you start to head south. You travel about an hour as directed. You do with very little trouble because you have some level of direction. Find a cave. You arrive. In front of you is like, it's not a cliff face, but it is like a wall for a little bit, and you can kind of see that there is space up above the cliff. But you have arrived within an hour. You have arrived here to this space that appears to be what the drow was talking about. I'm gonna assume you want to enter the cave also.
Yes.
I hope.
Yeah, I'll
that's
make a
on-
perception check as well.
Okay.
Just to be
Make
safe.
yeah,
He did
go for
describe
it.
it as a bear
Go
cave.
for it.
Yeah. I'm rolling like shit. Just ignore me.
Don't feel anything over much.
Yep, just vibes.
10.
Full vibing. 10. You fine? Seems fine. You enter. We're gonna go with an enter. We're gonna go with an entrance.
Yep.
Yep.
Inside of the cave entrance, you enter into what appears to be a large bear's cave. This is hidden, although you do know it is there, because he told you there was a secret entrance to the back of the cave. It looks like kind of looks like a bear's cave. Like maybe if like the bear hadn't been here for like a year and a half. It's got like there's like some like moss and stuff that's grown. It's rocky. It's kind of wet. It's a little damp. Kind of feels like the cauldron of everything. If we're gonna be honest. It looks
this is a
kind
really
of
nice
like
cave.
Man, it's a
No.
cave.
I take out my twigs. No.
go for it. Feel free.
Do it.
No.
They could be magical. Kind of just use you know there's a secret exit at the back though. Or a secret
Yeah.
entrance at the
Go
back.
for the entrance,
Totally.
I guess.
Okay, make
Yeah.
an investigation check with advantage. And I would say 2 of you can make it with advantage, even because you kind of know it's there.
I already rolled, so I'll do one of them.
Okay.
I've got an 18.
All right,
do the
good.
other.
Take Alfonz's.
Cool. 18 is enough. You find the secret entrance. It is kind of covered by some vines and rocks, and you can it looks like he left and covered it a little. It's not even like it's called a secret entrance as much as like a hole kind of covered up. Like I don't know.
It's like a video game secret entrance, kind of.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like you can find it. Like it's not it's a obscured entrance, it's not secret. There was no button to press or lever to pull or anything along those lines. As you crawl, order again. Pilot Ilikhal, Alfonz is the plan.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, as you crawl through, one at a time, Ilikhal, you are forced to like really carefully go through. It is a medium-sized entrance, or it's a small entrance. Small creature go through it easily. You all kind of have to take half your movement technically to get through. You crawl into a much larger.
This
through
is
through a
cool.
small crawl. You crawl into a much larger room. And what light there was in the entrance through the sunshine through, it's completely gone.
I cast the
cannot-
light.
There you go. You could not see. Pilot, as you came into this room, you could not see.
Me neither.
Ilikhal, you could not see either. As you cast light, you're mostly in bright light, dim light out to like the very corners and edges of the room, and you can dimly see in this room. So you enter into this room. Alfonz casts lights on your staff.
Yep.
Ting. Light. Wizardy flare. Light comes from Alfonz's quarterstaff. The entire thing lights up, and it is like a giant glow stick in a way. With
It's all
bright
coming
brand,
together.
arcane blue-white light fills the room.
Arcane
New origin
glow.
story. Oh my god.
It's
Go.
okay.
Go away.
The room is it's a larger room, almost hall sized in a way, like an entry hall. There are a multitude of stalactites on the ceiling and stalagmites on the floor, sticking up out of the ground. You do need to, if you were to like run around, be careful, like don't fall on them. The ground is rocky and somewhat damp. Stalactites and stalagmites do not form without water. There are a few fungi and mushrooms growing in the room. To your left, you see a doorway leading into something. To your right, in the back corner, you see another doorway potentially leading into some sort of a hallway or sorts.
Why are you smirking, Kay?
Does any of the mushrooms, to my knowledge, have any fun properties to them?
Make a nature check.
I too am wondering this.
Oh my god. These are the people I choose to follow around.
That is
I
a
have
19.
I also
19?
have a 19.
2 19s. They're cave mushrooms. If an animal hasn't eaten them, they're potentially highly poisonous.
Except for the one in the corner.
You could... This one actually appears to be a chanterelle, which is completely edible and
yummy,
and good for cooking.
I'm gonna pocket that.
Pocket a chanterelle. Look at you forging.
Doing my
it will
Stardew
count
Valley.
as part of a meal. You can have a fresh mushroom with your rations.
I don't like
It won't
mushrooms.
count for anything, but it'll be quite enjoyable.
Cool.
I would like to pick up some
What is mushrooms?
of the mushrooms that look like fun.
Okay, they're like red caps. They're potentially
They don't look like
poisonous.
fun. They look like they will kill you.
They could. They kind of look like Mario mushrooms.
The poison ones, yeah.
Oh,
They may
Yeah.
or may not have state-altering properties.
so you said there were some red caps, and what else were there?
Okay, so there's
It
some
was
red
like, God
caps here,
damn it,
and
we were
there's some
so
like
close.
awkward like brown mushrooms over there. There was one solid chanterelle that Alfonz picked up.
I would like to pick up the ones by the top right corner.
Okay, over there.
Yep.
Over here. Is that really on your right?
No.
Or my left. My left.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
on
I
my
was like, I should be flipped. It's on right on the camera that I'm seeing, but you should be flipped.
It's gonna affect
Okay,
which
yep.
door we go through, so that would be a problem.
Okay.
So I would call them sketchy shrooms.
That works.
And how many are there? Is it
There are three small ones.
It's gonna be a fun night, boys.
Can
Alfonz,
pilots
there is
get
a-
high?
I don't
Pilot a
know.
person?
We can find out.
There is a doorway on the left. There's a doorway on the right corner.
What did your note say, KGlow?
We gotta go in the right door.
The right
All right,
corner.
thank you.
But there is also
Yeah.
there is something to the left.
Monsters.
I never
Just
said.
My insight check says monsters.
Not how insight
Never
works.
Oh,
Monsters.
I want to roll an insight check, which I just did on the door.
Nope, that's not what
On
insight
the door?
is.
Yeah.
Or-
No,
sorry,
you got
like-
it. Roll an
like,
insight check on the door.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what I
no.
mean. You know what I mean.
The
You-
door is
you-
feeling very sad today.
What do you want
Okay,
to do?
what do I
No,
roll?
legitimately.
What do I roll? I want
You can walk up to the door and look into the next room.
Sure. Do I perceive anything? Is that the word you're looking for?
Just fucking
Yeah. You
roast
walk up to the
him.
door, look, make a perception check.
Christ. That is a 21, bitch.
You see down a small hallway into the next room.
Fuck
Bitch.
you.
You see down a small hallway. Appears to be a pool of water. This would connect. Like
What are those shinies?
There's a pool of water.
With a
There's shinies
21,
in
it's
it.
just a pool of water.
That's what. Yeah. It doesn't matter how well you can see. You can't see like you can't see through the ground. It's a room. It's a room. There's a seal. Like it's through a small like. If you stood at one end of a hallway, you can't describe the kitchen at the back of your house.
How does it
You can only
smell?
see damp.
What were you expecting?
Well, it doesn't...
You hear like the water, like you hear the drip, occasional drip of water from the ceiling down into a pool.
I walk
I mean, you rolled a
behind-
damn good perception check. There's just not a lot to perceive from one room away.
I walk behind Alfonz, look into the room, and ask, "Do you need to take a bath?"
Yeah, there you go. You can see a pool of water. It is like flat ground, and then it gives way to a pool of water. And that is what you can tell. You can even see all the way to the back of the pool of water. It looks like it's 15 feet back.
No, I'm good. Head towards the other door after all that.
Are we all like? I'm waiting for a consensus.
I mean,
But like Saph is like, I kind of want to see. It's totally like I'm not.
Could I do a cannonball into the water?
Yes,
Door's gonna close.
yes, you can. Okay.
Sure, I'll do.
All right, a move. Pilot runs, jumps, cannonballs into the water. Sploosh. Pilot, it's kind of dark in here without Alfonz's light. But what you do notice as Alfonz like steps away from the door, as his light doesn't come into the room, the pool does kind of glow with a bioluminescent greenish blue.
Mushrooms.
Can I sink my head underwater?
You're currently treading. It is deep. That's what I should mention. From where you were like treading water, it's probably 15 feet deep to the bottom of the pool. Like it gave way, like it was like a little bit of water, a little bit deep.
Can I transfer my light to Pilot's forehead?
You can cast light on an object. You can't cast
Is
light on
Pilot
Pilot.
a person?
Is Pilot for this instance? Pilot is a humanoid. You
Can I
cannot
cast
light
light
humanoid.
on Pilot's hood?
You can cast light on Pilot's. Yes. Okay.
Done.
Okay. To do that, you do have to remove the light from your object.
It's okay. I've got dark vision.
Okay. Ilikhal.
Okay, I'm just
Dark.
suffering. All right,
It's
I'm
now
just
dark.
like, Alfonz.
You
1
see a
minute, my
light coming
friend.
from the other room. Pilot, your hood lights up all around you, and the bioluminescence goes away. You can't see. It just looks like a deep pool. At the bottom, make a perception check.
Oh, okay, cool.
Make a perception check.
That was nice.
That was intense.
Uncomfy.
Perception is a 21.
That's a good roll.
Uncomfy.
Uncomfy. Yep.
I don't like it.
Thank you.
You do like it?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I kind of hated it.
Oh my god.
Welcome to ASMR with the K crew.
I just kind of have to eat my mic. I don't know how that sounds at all.
Not great.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Good to know.
You perceive around you the room. It looks like there's a moss actually on the edges of the pool all the way down to the bottom. And you notice down at the bottom of the pool are a few coins. There are some
I
gold
knew it.
coins, some silver coins, a couple copper coins, a few things of that nature.
Nice.
The wall, there is a hard wall across. As far as you're aware, it's like you're supposed to touch it, and maybe your arm passes through. But I mean, you've never had that happen. Could be illusory, I guess. I don't know. It might be. I'm not saying it is. But you're treading water. It'll call it dark. You can see the light of the hallway to the next room because there's light coming from it. What'd you do?
Sorry, would I know that? Is this kind of like a wishing well kind of deal?
Oh, how would you? Oh, that's a good question. Is
no
it?
one throws water. No one randomly throws coins into a pool of water.
I don't know if there's a roll you can do to do that.
Can I throw a copper in the water?
You're not in there. Oh. You didn't want to go in there. You said the door's going to close.
I mean, he could very easily walk in there.
He could.
We're not
Pilot,
an initiative.
I have no idea. It could be. It could not be. There could just be treasure at the bottom of the pool.
I sink down further if I could.
Okay. You will have to hold your breath.
Does Pilot
Pilot
breathe?
I
Pilot
don't have-
requires existence in oxygen. Like
Alright.
they can drown.
Interesting.
You sink down to the bottom. There are a few gold coins and silver coins. There's a couple of platinum coins. It's not like a hoard of treasure though. That's like it's maybe 10 gold, like 4 platinum, some copper, like silver. Not a lot though.
I take the 4 platinum.
Okay. Okay.
And then I come back up.
You take the 4 platinum. What do you do with it? You just hold on to it?
I give one to Alfonz.
No, I mean
one
like as you like how do you pick up 4 platinum from the bottom? What
Yeah.
do you do with it before swinging to the top? Do you put it in your
I just hold it in my hand.
Okay. Okay.
Like in a fist, and I kind of
You pick up 4 platinum into your fist and you kick it and you start swimming up towards the top. As you reach the top of the pool, it's like hitting a solid wall.
Oh no.
And you reach up with the other hand and it's solid.
I drop the coins immediately.
You drop the coins. Your hand goes through and your head comes up out of the water.
Oh, dang it.
Oof. What if we, like those like
And you hear like
little
a giggle.
claw arms?
Yeah.
You hear a small giggle and you hear stealing isn't very nice.
Knew it
What
was a
if we
great
make
fairy
like
fountain.
a chain of us? Like we all hold on to each other's legs.
Yeah.
Is there somebody in there with you, Pilot? Ronald?
Alfonz, you did not hear the voice.
Oh. Okay.
Only Pilot did.
Ilikhal is just no idea what's
Ilikhal's
going
just like-
on.
Ilikhal's the like looking, the John Travolta like looking around.
It's dark.
me,
I
like,
can't
it's
see.
dark.
I come out of the water.
Oh,
And then I drop a gold piece in.
do you like, or do you like toss?
I
Just
like
describe it to me.
I
You
fling
flick
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. You float a gold piece. Splash. And you hear, thank you. And materializing up out of the water is looks like a woman made of water. And she goes,
What
Hi.
music plays? How big is
no, she is part of the water.
Okay.
She is not a great fairy fountain. Sort of. And she goes, hi. Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate it.
Didn't know someone was living here.
Living, bonded, whatever you want to say. I can't leave, if that's what you mean. This is
Do
my
you
pool.
want to leave?
No, I like it here just fine. Not many visitors either, but occasionally someone will be nice. She goes, and then occasionally someone won't.
Do you notice
Pilot
any
was
skulls in the
both.
bottom?
You're still not in the room.
No. I'm asking if Pilot noticed anything.
Yeah.
Skulls?
Yeah.
Do you like food?
What?
Just chatting her up.
Do you like
KGlow.
dudes?
Food.
Food.
Do you like dudes?
Sure. Yeah, are you gay? Let me know. What are your pronouns while I'm here?
What
No,
are your foreigners?
Porn?
She says, I don't really eat much. I don't really eat at all, actually. I've never really thought about it. I haven't actually had food.
I poke out of the room really quickly. I'm like, hey, Alfonz, do you have some berries I could borrow?
Sure.
Berries,
Like
good
some-
berries. Yep.
And then I give it to her.
Reach out. She reaches out. She takes it. It's like your hand is encompassed by a cool bit of water. She takes it. It's not bad.
Understandable. Well, my friends are waiting for me. I hope you have a good millennia here.
Okay, I appreciate it. Yeah.
No, go ahead. No.
Do be careful of the mirror if you're headed that way.
What does the mirror look like?
It looks like a mirror. You should be careful though.
Does it? What does the mirror do?
And like she just kind of giggles and like fades into the water.
Thanks, miss.
You're welcome.
And then I, head back out.
Okay, you come out. Ilikhal, pilot,
can
comes
see.
out enshrouded in light. Very angelic. It's kind of cool.
And I put light back onto my staff.
Shall we go through the other door?
Yes.
Beware of the mirror.
Okay.
Pardon me?
Beware of the mirror.
You remove away. Actually,
Ooh, big one.
you travel through. Okay. You travel through a long hallway. It is. I mean, it's about 5 feet wide. You can travel one at a time. So, who's going first?
I can.
Okay, Ilikhal, you're going first. You have to stoop a little bit. You have to stoop a little bit.
I'll go next because I have the light.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is difficult to like kind of wiggle through. You have to be careful. Like you have to like watch your footing. It's kind of rocky and still damp. There's a lot of moss growing on the walls. The sounds of your footsteps echo through the hallway. After about 30 feet traveling, you come to a doorway. As you step into the next room, it is like you could stand up upright. The ceiling is very tall. The walls of the room appear to be smooth, and the floor appears to be made of smooth cut stone, as do the walls. It appears this room is almost constructed more than anything. As you look around, there is one source of light in the room, but the thing that dominates your attention the most in the room, you notice as well, there appears to be some markings on the floor ahead of you, over to your left. But the thing that dominates the room is a large mirror. As you enter into the room, there is a large 20-foot tall mirror is the word, but it appears to be made of completely frozen. It looks like a waterfall was flowing from the ceiling, and it looks like a thin waterfall was flowing from the ceiling and froze suddenly. So it is like perfectly crystal clear reflective ice. It dominates your side of the room, but it does not span the entire width of the room. You can see that it does end on either side. You can walk around it if you wanted to.
What do your notes say, Kay?
He didn't. Oh crap! He was very vague about this. He just said to come
Oh,
into this
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Because DM didn't want to give us the solution to the puzzle.
The other things you do you
Yeah, I walk around. You walk around.
What you notice also, sitting in the room is appears to be a staff with a red gem on the top and a unlit torch. In the back of the room, on this side, you can see a lit torch. There are also 3 other unlit torches as well. As you travel around the room behind the mirror, over here, you see a yellow gold button on the floor. You can travel all the way around the mirror. The backside of the mirror is unreflective. It looks like frosted glass.
I would like to light all the torches with that one lit one.
Okay. You
It just makes me happy in
Okay.
video games.
You walk over, you pick up the torch. As Ilikhal starts to do this? What do we? This is kind of like a simultaneous-y thing, unless we're just like watching Ilikhal walk around trying to light torches.
I tell my owl to stand on the marking.
Your owl stands in the center of the square. Nothing happens.
Oh wait.
Okay, nothing happens in the center of the square.
I tell everyone to not look at the mirror or to not mess with the mirror.
Okay, no, you're told not to mess with the mirror.
We're inherently messing with the mirror right now, but I'll take the staff and take it to the button.
Interesting.
Okay, you walk past the mirror. Pilot, make a perception check.
I've got to be making some progress on the torches.
Yes. Ilikhal, you walk up. You walk up and I gotta put the torch down while I look up something also.
All of us are like, Noah, do all of these things at once.
I have too many hands. Not enough hands.
Too many wanting us to find this dungeon for like 3 weeks.
I have.
Now
I'm so excited. I just don't have enough hands. I made a prop.
Yeah, it's impressive. You made a bunch of
props. Look at this.
Yeah, you made torches. You made a staff.
Ilikhal, you walk up to the torch that's lit. Yeah, your perception. Go for it.
Sorry, it's a 15.
Okay, you're fine.
Ominous.
She's fine. Pilot's fine. They're fine. It's fine. They're fine. Ilikhal, you take the torch to the lit torch. You light it. As you are traveling across the room, Alfonz picks up the staff. Let's say Alfonz has the staff. Ilikhal has the torch for now. I can't carry you and the props. Also, lit staff. Look at it. It's cute.
I love it.
I like it better than mine.
Ilikhal, you take the torch. As you're arriving at this torch, Alfonz, you're arriving at the button. Ilikhal, you attempt to light the torch. Doesn't light. Torch in your hand is lit. Torch on the wall does not light.
I'm gonna head for the torch diagonal for me.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna walk with the lit torch over here. As you're doing that, Alfonz, I'm just gonna it's not initiative, but I'm just gonna get a feel of what everybody's doing.
Yeah. It's all happening at the same time.
I want to put the staff in the. Is it like a hole in the ground? Is the button?
No, it's probably like 1 foot by 1 foot. It's just like a yellow button on the ground.
That's pretty big.
That's a big button.
I mean, it's maybe like 8 inches by 8. It's like this big. It's like a tile in a bathroom or something.
Okay.
Not like a huge tile, but like a tile.
Is it loose?
How do you test to see if it's loose?
Stab it with the staff.
What do you
push down?
Okay,
Yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Okay. So that is a 20.
Okay.
Nice.
19 plus 1.
Okay. As you poke it, a bit of arcane. It's hard to describe it. It looks kind of like lightning. Jumps up the staff and shocks you. You release the staff and you step back really quick. You take 5 points of lightning damage.
Oof, that's on a save, presumably.
You feel like.
I mean, I don't know that for certain.
You feel like it might have been a D10, and maybe the D10 was a 10.
Rolled really well, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ilikhal, as you get to this torch, you hold the torch up. You hear like Alfonz react somehow. Does Alfonz react somehow?
Yeah,
I assume. You hear Alfonz react. As you continue to go to light the torch. Again, does not light.
I'm gonna go for the other one.
Okay.
Not giving up.
All right.
Not letting down.
Next, who? Like somebody, as Ilikhal is moving around, does somebody else want to attempt something?
Could I go to the square in the middle? And keep my eyes down.
Okay, you step up. You're actively not looking at the mirror. The bird and pilot can fit in the same.
The bird is small.
Pops up on your shoulder.
You're standing in the square.
How is the owl doing?
Fiving.
It's fine.
How's he doing
Vibing,
emotionally
chilling.
lately?
Make an insight check.
That's a 17 on the die for an insight.
That's awesome.
damn.
Owl, that's enough. Owl is a otherworldly celestial here to do its master's bidding. Doesn't really give a fuck. Standing in the middle of the square like it was told to.
But I
You got it's on the floor, but you can
Well,
pet it. It's fine.
Alfonz said it went onto their
Yeah.
shoulder.
Oh, so yeah.
Oh.
Good owl.
Oh, Pat.
could I
Pet.
look at the mirror for like a quick second and look back down?
Look at the mirror. A quick second. You look. Make a perception check.
A real quick perception check.
Very
That's
quick.
a 19.
It's the equivalent of close your eyes, open. Like you went Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, open, close. In your very, very quick perception check, you see yourself reflected in the mirror.
Okay, I'm gonna look for a bit longer now.
You look at the mirror. You see yourself reflected in the mirror. You do not see the owl. Alfonz, as Alfonz walks behind you, you see Alfonz reflected, as Ilikhal walks behind you, Pilot. You see Ilikhal walk behind Pilot in the mirror. Yeah, you see the walk behind in the mirror. Ilikhal, you go to light the torch. The fire catches and then burns very bright. Comes all the way down towards make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man. Okay.
Roll
That's
better
fine.
than a 21.
I did.
Nice.
Okay, it was roll a natural 20.
Nat 20, yeah.
Nice,
+2, so yeah.
nice. You take 3 points of fire damage.
Fuck off.
You did save.
I know. But out
So
of
did
nat 20, you
Alfonz.
still take damage?
Yeah.
That seems bull.
You saved. You took half damage.
No, but if you roll a nat 20, it's like critting.
You automatically save, no matter what the DC is. If the DC was 20, if the DC was like 35, you still would have saved.
And you would be a terrible DM.
No. Okay, take 3 points of fire damage.
All right.
It's gonna up it. It's gonna torch the poor bookshelf.
Okay, Pilot, do you?
Is the torch still lit though?
The torch is no longer lit.
Fuck.
Torch burned all the way out. Pilot, do you? How like actively are you looking in the mirror?
Yeah, did you
As
see that?
actively as
Was there
possible.
fire in
As
the
active.
torch?
Okay, yeah, as actively as possible. Okay.
Yeah. Like I'm squinting real hard at that mirror.
You're like, okay, you are examining the mirror now. You're not just looking into it. You are
Yeah.
like actively looking into the mirror.
Yeah.
What you notice, like actively looking into the mirror, more so than just a quick glance or a quick perception. What you see in the mirror is slightly different than what you see in the room around you. In front of you in the mirror is a small red circle. The writing in the square around you, while looks like gibberish around you, looks like a language in the mirror. Alfonz, what are you doing over there with the button after you got zapped?
Kicking it again? No, I'm just joking. I'm coming back to the mirror.
Okay, Alfonz comes back around. Are you where specifically you're going to? This is of some import to me.
Kind of towards where Pilot is standing, I guess.
Okay, you see,
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you do see Ilikhal get burned by the fire. It jumps down the torch and burns his hand. As you walk over in the mirror, Ilikhal passes out of. Does Ilikhal pass from where you're standing? You would be able to see Ilikhal in the mirror. Yes, you see Ilikhal in the mirror. You see them get burned, or you see them react.
You also see
you're
me
not
very
actively looking.
quickly and dexterously drop the torch,
You do,
and
you
it's
do
very impressive.
Incredibly dexterously drop the torch.
Hmm.
You pull your hand off of the hot eye very quick after realizing it
Thanks,
has burned
Noah.
you. Alfonz does not reflect in the mirror. As he
Shit.
steps in front of the mirror, you're looking, you see yourself, you see Ilikhal in the corner, and you do not see Alfonz in the mirror.
Do I see myself in the mirror?
You do not see yourself in the mirror. You see you from this perspective. You can't look into the mirror and then see Ilikhal. You can look and you see reflected. You see Pilot. You also see actively looking. Well, from the spot you were standing, you can't see that there are other differences in the mirror that Pilot can currently see. Looking through your familiar's eyes, if you chose to,
Sure.
you notice that there are differences in the mirror. You notice that your owl is not reflected in the mirror either. But sitting on Pilot's shoulders, looking through your familiar's eyes, you notice that there are differences in the room around you as reflected in the mirror, not what you see like looking at the floor around you.
Can I comprehend the language around the red circle?
You can comprehend the language around it's purple. The purple circle.
No, it's a purple square. You said there was a red circle.
Oh no, there's a red circle on the ground directly in front of you in the mirror. It's just a small circle. There's no writing.
Okay.
There is writing around the purple square. Around the purple square is in Sylvan written, "What you see in the mirror is true. Stand here and find the way through."
Ronald, what do you see?
Tell you what I don't see.
Actively, like in what you see. Do you want to describe everything you see in the mirror?
I try to.
Okay. What you see reflected in the mirror is, so this is the reflection. You see this torch is lit. There is a button. There is a red circle on the ground. And there is a square that you are currently standing in. You see Ilikhal standing by this lit torch. You see a red button. You see a red circle, a small red circle, with looks like it could have something placed into it, and a button, a yellow button.
I actually closed my
And
eyes for a few seconds, and that was
unlit
so
torch.
trippy. Oh my! I just opened my eyes and everything was different. I was like, wait, what?
Ow.
So the red circle has something. You could put something in the red circle.
Looks like you could put something in it. Yes.
Alfonz,
Mm-hmm.
can you put the end of the staff you found into the circle?
Can I see
And
the
see if that
circle?
does anything?
Through your
Alfonz,
familiar's
you
eyes.
you cannot see the circle from where you are standing.
But through the familiar's eyes.
You can see the reflection of where the circle should be in your space, in the space around. So you guys are actually, your Pilot's here, Alfonz, you're here. You know the circle would be right here, right in front of the square.
Okay, so let's put it there.
You pick up the staff. You kind of have to like search because you can't exactly see, and you're doing a weird perspective thing. You're doing something from a right angle from the way you're perceiving it, but you feel a notch and a clip, and the staff stands upright.
Okay.
And it fits perfectly exactly where you have put it. So the staff is, for all intents and purposes, standing upright right there.
Does it look any different on the in the mirror, or does it just look the same?
Looking in the mirror, the staff, while it has like a red gem on top, the staff glows with the same color red as the circle on the ground.
Okay.
Appears to match somewhat.
And does the torches anywhere else change?
The torches do not change. But you do notice in the reflection, this torch looking behind you is not lit. In the reflection, it is. The torch on the ground also is unlit, where Ilikhal had lit it at the back. Behind the real mirror, the torch that is in this space is still lit as well.
Like in the reflection?
Okay, so this is the reflection.
Mhm.
This torch is still lit.
Yeah.
In the reflection, it appears
got two
this
corners.
torch is lit because you can see it in the reflection right here.
Yeah, but you can't see any of the others. So I mean, you can see one other.
Right, you can see this
Actually.
torch. This torch in the reflection is unlit.
Okay. Yeah, but we don't know about the ones on the other side of the room. I mean, okay.
Right.
All right.
Also, I don't know any of this until they tell me.
Yes, as far as you're aware, fucking torch.
Just bit you.
Asshole
I
torch.
know what fire is. KGlow.
asshole DM
Ow.
with his asshole torch.
Ow! What is this bitey thing?
Bitey
I
stick.
asked Ilikhal to come over.
Okay. I will
Sure.
allow you to share this space as Ilikhal comes over. Ilikhal in the reflection comes over.
I bring
Ilikhal
the torch with me.
Reflection. You bring the torch with you. You have the torch in
Yeah.
hand. Okay. You have the torch in hand. I'm going to allow you to share the space. Ilikhal, you can see your reflection, Pilot's reflection. No owl, no Alfonz.
Weird.
You can also see where the staff is standing in the ground. There is a marking in the reflection that it appears to be standing in, but not in the space in front of you. It looks like it's just in the floor almost.
All right. So I noticed the torches in the reflection, yeah, or the torch.
Yeah, you notice the torch is lit in the fresh. The one that burned you.
Yeah.
Jumped down the thing.
All right. I want to relight the torch in my hand with the one that's lit. So I
The
have some
one
fire
in the room. That
in the
is lit.
actual room. Yeah.
Okay, you walk around the mirror, and you light the torch.
And I want
You
to
come
put
back
out
around.
that. No, I want to put out the torch that's in that corner.
This, or you
No.
want to put the torch in the real
I don't know
world,
why I pointed to my screen.
not
Yeah.
the mirror world.
Yeah.
Okay. You attempt to put it out with how?
Can I take it out of the?
It is stuck solidly into the wall.
I'm gonna pour water on it.
Hey, we
From
have
like a water
branded
can?
flasks. Yeah.
I have a canteen.
Canteen, pour
In
water on
cannon.
it.
It's.
Doesn't go out. Appears to be
I'm gonna go.
potentially magical fire.
I'm gonna go back to the bottom left torch and try to light it again.
Wait. As you're looking in the mirror, Pilot, Ilikhal's walking with the torch in real life. As they're walking behind you, torch is lit. There's light coming from the torch in the room. Looking in the mirror, Ilikhal passes by. Unlit torch. In the reflection.
I hate puzzles in D&D. I'm so bad at them.
Ilikhal, you walk over. Are you okay? You walk over again. You're gonna try again?
No.
Wait. Nope.
I can't light that torch if I don't
But
have fire.
what you want to do is put the torch out and try to light it where there's no fire.
What?
So you're going to be lighting it in the reflection.
I'm
Okay.
trying to match it up with the
Mhm.
reflection.
Yeah, but in the reflection, you want to light the other corner. And this one's already lit. So you kind of did like a negative to a negative and you got a shock. So if you put the fire out and light it with the imaginary fire or the fire in the mirror, take it over to the other corner.
You're telling me I should play pretend that I have
Yes.
fire on
and
the
then
end of
look
my
in
torch?
the mirror and you'll see yourself walking with fire. And if that
What the
doesn't work, I
fuck?
just cast Firebolt at the corner and hope that works.
No, fuck that. If Alfonz told me that, I don't care. I'm still gonna light the torch or try to.
You with the lit torch in your hand, the fire in front of you. You hold
Mhm.
up to the torch. Make a dexterity saving throw.
What Alfonz is trying to tell me, I think is bullshit. So,
Alright.
11. I'm guessing that's a save.
Yes, you take
Oh, shit.
1 damage,
Okay.
1 fire damage.
Okay.
Fool of a Goliath.
The torch
I am.
again completely goes up in flames, all the way down, burns your hand again. You drop it again.
All right, can I walk over and grab the torch?
Yes, you walk over and grab the torch.
I
You
consider tripping him.
That's
now
fair.
have the torch in your hand. Congrats. There you go. You have the torch.
I hold it up in like to the where the fire should be in the reflection.
You hold it up to where the fire should be in reflection. Sure.
I ask Pilot if anything's changed.
Pilot, from your vision, this torch is lit. You don't see you see the torch floating. You don't see Alfonz, just the torch. Suddenly you see a floating lit torch in the reflection.
Ilikhal
a
leaves. He is
floating-
gone. He's not part of this party anymore. Goodbye. It was nice knowing you all.
Yep.
And I
I
guess
see a floating torch.
Good. Now, Ilikhal, would you like to light the...
I walk over and I punch him. If he's gonna keep taunting me,
I'm not taunting you. I'm
Ilikhal is
trying
a
to help you.
barbarian.
I'm trying to help you. All right. Well, then I will walk it to the opposite corner.
You walk it in the reflection, Pilot. You see a floating lit torch. Walk across the room, and this torch in the reflection. Should have done orange and red. Should have done orange circle. See in the reflection. Torch.
It is lit.
Bam.
Theo gone.
Theo gone.
chaiTheo Thrage.
Theo has left the chat. The torchlight.
Theo is honestly an icon.
I'm so mad right now.
Why? It worked.
Yeah, and it's stupid, and I'm mad at you.
You did the same thing. You did the thing. It burned you. You said, "You know what? I'll do that again."
If it's any consolation, I took more damage to the button. So.
Good.
So now that it's lit, Ronald, do you see any changes now?
Has anything else besides the light in the mirror changed?
And I asked that, and I looked through my
still
eye.
see there is still the button. There's the button reflected, so the button is really here in the reflection. Like it looks like it's kind of in the same place.
That's not how mirrors work. It's on the other side of the mirror.
No.
Okay, if you're looking in a mirror, it looks like there's a you standing on the other side. If you're 3 feet away from a mirror, there's you 6 feet away in a mirror.
Uh-huh.
So if you see
Where does the button come from?
So if you look in a mirror and you see a button on the floor in the reflective space. Imagine this as reflected. So really, it's like it's really this.
Okay.
But this is on that side.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you
So
drew it
like
wrong.
we're
Okay,
saying
yeah,
like
yeah.
press the fake button on, like, yeah.
Yeah, like it's the button would be here in the reflection.
Okay.
It like if you're looking into the mirror, you're seeing that way, which is really behind you and to the left. What is in front of you and to the left is really behind you and to the left in a mirror. But this torch is now lit. There is still the button.
I go to the button and I use my feet.
Once you leave the square, you can no longer see the button.
You know where it is.
You have it.
I can feel around blindly again because my bird is looking, right?
Yeah, you can give direction. If your bird stays in the square, you can give direction of where the button is. But like as you step out of the square, you're like, the button is right there. You're like, even standing in the square, you're like, the button is right there. And you look behind you, and it's not there in the space with you. It is in the mirror. You can see in the mirror, you see Ilikhal near this lit torch. You can't see Alfonz. You see the new torch lit. And the little torch floating and lit. And you see yourself. But like if you look behind you, there's no button on the ground. Like you can try and go and feel for it, or you could just direct somebody. You would have to have direction to get to it easily.
Well, can Alfonz bird just direct it? Because no one can see Alfonz in the mirror.
Yes. You could have the bird stay and direct you to
yeah. If Pilot left the square, the bird hopped off and stayed in because that's what I told him to do.
Yeah, you can can direct Pilot to where the button is.
Bit to the left.
Yep.
And sort of a bit to the right and
a little to the right.
Down
a little bit
a
further
little
back.
bit.
There you
And
go. Yep. And Pilot, you reach out with your foot and you kind of it's a button. but like trying to find a button this big in a room that's 50 feet wide, just with a general area, like you like really have to like really sweep around. But like you reach out and with it, you kind of you can feel there's a button there. You can't see it, but you feel one.
I step on it.
Tunk. And in front of you, the mirror melts and gives way to be a flowing waterfall. And by like waterfall, I mean like it's thin. It is a thin. Like you hear the sound of running water again, and it's almost as if water like runs down the front of it, like across an ice sculpture, and suddenly it melts away, and it is just a thin sheet of like almost perfectly laminar flow water.
Should we step into it?
Did we
Yeah, I was
take a
gonna-
short rest first? Eat some food?
Maybe.
I took some damage.
I took 4 damage. I could rest.
You could. There are always consequences to taking a rest. You know that.
We're not in a rush.
We could always do
Right?
the puzzle again.
As far as you know, you are in a strange cavern.
It's 15 minutes. We solved the puzzle pretty quickly. I'm proud of us.
You did solve
I'm
the
still
puzzle pretty
mad.
quickly.
Does anyone want to bet that Noah found this puzzle on easy puzzles to solve for kids?
I'd bet on
I
that.
didn't picture Theo being the one to get mad. So
Hey, I like
I
the
full of
puzzle.
rage
See that
that people
coming.
don't realize.
I like the puzzle.
I
glad
like
you
D&D
enjoyed it.
puzzles. Every experience I've had in D&D with puzzles has been terrible. In like kind of a funny way, kind of a bad way.
From all the memes I've seen, is just the players always overthink them.
Yeah, there was one puzzle my other DM did. We literally didn't solve it in like half an hour. We just couldn't do it. It was so
also, I
simple.
should say, in the mirror, you see the exit to the room was in a different place. It was not. You saw a different exit to the room.
Oh, hey, one thing. What time was
Yep.
it when we came in here?
Like late afternoon, like 4:30.
Yeah, we got time for a quick rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. How do you want to set it up?
Sit down.
Yeah, but like, please in
chanterelle.
depth describe this to me. It's very important.
I
In
feel
depth of like
bad
where,
about
if
the
you do it in
decision,
this
Kay.
room,
Okay, we don't have to do it. It's fine.
that is the importance to me.
Do you have a healing potion, Kay?
Yeah, I'm fine right now, though.
Okay. Yeah, we should be
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Seems like we have
How do
time.
we approach this? How do we go through? What order?
I don't think I'm going to be able to go through.
I kind of think we should like link arms or something and all try to go through.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't want one to
That's
go
funny.
through
No, I
and then
think
we're
that- I just-
separated.
I
You
think that-
know?
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't want Alfonz to be stuck behind.
I would
Yep.
suggest Alfonz be in the middle
Okay.
of the Stacy chain.
Okay. So you're gonna put Alfonz right here, and then who's on either side?
I'm
I
on the
can go
left.
first.
You're on the left. Okay. Like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Alright.
I'm gonna show. We use a couple die to like show
Before we go through,
your reflections.
before we go through, what's the plan if either one of us or none of us makes it back?
We're fucked.
We will be remembered in the minds of the others.
No, but like,
Ilikhal.
do I wait for you guys when I inevitably don't go through
You
this
want
portal?
me to go to the security guard and get them to page over the
Reflection.
mall speakers? I don't know.
I'm just okay. So you're fine if I leave, is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna
I don't
wait
know.
forever.
I don't know how we would get them back. I mean, yeah, wait a bit probably.
Okay.
If okay, I say if we get through and someone is missing, we should try to go back. Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. Do you step forward towards the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Step forward towards the mirror. your reflection step forward towards the mirror. Step forward towards the mirror. Right in this moment, as you're about to cross over, all three of you need to make perception checks.
That was a lot of heavy breathing into the mic.
Natural 20.
Oh my fucking god.
Ooh,
Not a natural
that'd be
20, but
interesting.
15.
Me neither.
Perception?
Yep.
17.
I got a 6. I keep rolling 3s today. I don't know why.
Put it in dice jail.
Yeah. 2 of them have rolled 3s today. They need to leave.
As you reach the edge of the mirror and are about to step through, Pilot, looking at the reflections, you see Ilikhal's reflection smile with a wolfish smile. A smile you've never seen Ilikhal make.